Hey everyone, ready for some cosmic insights? We're diving into the Leo full moon coming up on February 12th, 2025.
Oh yeah, full moons are always powerful times.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And we've got some fascinating info from Chronos to guide us. They offer all sorts of astrological interpretations, analyses, even courses, if you're wanting to explore further.
Cool. So what are we focusing on in our deep dive today? Anything special about this particular full moon?
Well, we're going to uncover what this Leo full moon might have in store for us, both personally and globally. Kind of like a cosmic weather report, helps us navigate the energetic shifts ahead.
I like that. Okay, so let's get specific. When exactly is this full moon happening?
It's happening at 4:53 p.m. on February 12th, 2025. And get this, it's occurring at 24 degrees 6 minutes of the Leo sign. And that actually puts it in a specific lunar mansion called Alsarfa.
Alsarfa. Not familiar with that.
Yeah, me neither. But Chronos explains it's like a smaller section within, like, the Leo zodiac sign, giving us another layer of interpretation. It's kind of like if a zodiac sign is a whole country, right, then a menzil is like a region within it with its own, like, unique vibe.
Gotcha. So what's the vibe of this Alsarfa then?
Well, it's supposed to be super beneficial for, like, agriculture and construction.
Yeah.
It's like farmers getting a huge harvest or builders seeing their projects move ahead without a hitch. That kind of energy.
So maybe a good time to like finally start that garden or finish those home renovations?
Possibly, yeah. But there's a twist. Alsarfa is also known for bringing a little bit of turbulence to relationships.
So maybe not the best time for a first date or a serious relationship talk then.
Yeah, might be wise to wait a couple days.
Yeah.
Like Alsarfa encourages us to, focus on solo stuff and let those personal connections simmer for a bit.
Good to know. Okay, so full moon in Leo inside this Alsarfa Minzil. Anything else we should keep in mind?
Oh yeah, there's a big player in this cosmic mix. Uranus, the planet of surprises. It's forming a bit of a challenging angle with this full moon.
Uranus, always shaking things up. What kind of surprises are we talking about?
Well, Cronus suggests we can expect the unexpected, especially when it comes to leadership and authority figures. So, like sudden resignations, shakeups in organizations, maybe even those surprise political comebacks we see sometimes.
Wow, so this full moon could bring some big changes on the global stage. Why would Uranus have such a strong influence here?
It's because of where it's positioned. Astrologers call it a T-square aspect. So imagine 3 points forming a T shape. It creates tension and like a buildup of energy that needs to be released somehow. That's what we're seeing here. And it amps up the whole unpredictable nature of this full moon.
So like a pressure cooker about to blow?
Yeah, kind of. And we haven't even factored in the whole Leo energy itself, which, let's face it, is never subtle.
Yeah, Leo's all about creativity, self-expression, and, well, a little bit of drama.
Exactly. So Chronos suggests this full moon could bring shakeups in, like the entertainment world, maybe unexpected events involving celebrities. Like everyone's inner performer wants to be in the spotlight.
So it's not just about outside events, but also how this energy shows up in our own lives.
For sure. Think of it like this. Leo is about expressing yourself authentically, right? So this full moon could be that nudge you need to share your talents. Could be starting that creative project you've been putting off, or finally having that tough conversation you've been avoiding.
Makes sense. So yeah, there's potential for some drama, but also potential for like breakthroughs and creative expression.
Exactly. It's all about how we choose to work with this energy, right?
Okay, so how do we navigate all these potential shifts and surprises? Anything Chronos recommends?
They really emphasize flexibility and openness. Things might change quickly, so being willing to adapt and go with the flow is key.
Good life advice in general, and especially for this full moon. What else can we do to make the most of this energy?
Chronos suggests tapping into Leo's creative energy. Find ways to express yourself authentically, whether it's through art, music, writing, or even just having fun, playful conversations.
Good way to channel that potential drama into something positive.
Definitely. And remember, this full moon could bring unexpected opportunities, especially in stuff related to education and communication. So if you've been thinking about a course or launching a project, this could be the time.
Interesting. Okay, so we've got this potent Leo energy, unpredictable Uranus, and the unique Alsarfa Menzel. Are there any specific signs that will feel this more intensely?
Chronos highlights Leo and Aquarius as being most directly impacted. Taurus and Scorpio are likely to feel some significant effects too.
So those with their sun or rising in those signs might feel this more strongly. What about other signs? Any that might have it easier?
Seems like Aries and Sagittarius are getting some supportive energy, so things might flow a bit smoother for them.
Lucky them. But even if your sun sign isn't one of those, Astrochronos emphasizes that anyone with placements between 23 degrees, 25 degrees of the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, could experience some pretty noticeable effects.
Like they're right in the bullseye of this full moon's energy.
Right. Okay, we've got the big picture. I'm curious about the specifics now.
No.
What kind of predictions does Astrochronos give for each sign?
That's exactly what we're going to explore next. Get ready for your personalized cosmic forecast.
Okay, so get ready for your personalized cosmic forecast. We're diving into Astrochronos predictions for each zodiac sign during this Leo full moon.
And remember, these are just general tendencies. How this full moon actually affects you really depends on your whole birth chart, and obviously the choices you make. It's kind of like, the weather forecast, right? Tells you what to expect, but you still get to choose what you wear.
True, true. So let's start with Aries. This full moon is happening in your fifth house. That's the house that rules, creativity, romance, children. Okay, so for all you Rams out there, get ready for some sparks. You might feel these sudden bursts of inspiration, maybe start a passionate art project, or even just reconnect with your, inner child. And romantic encounters, yeah, those could be pretty intense too.
Ooh la la. Sounds like a fun time to be in Aries. All right, what about Taurus? Isn't the world of Taurus usually a bit calmer?
Not so much during this full moon. Taurus, you're feeling it in your fourth house, the house of home and family.
Mm.
So yeah, expect the unexpected on the home front. Could be anything from a sudden move to a long lost relative showing up. Maybe even those home renovations we were talking about.
Uh-huh. Yeah, those renovations might get a little wild. Okay, Gemini, what's up for the twins?
Gemini, this full moon is activating your third house. That's communication, learning, short trips. So yeah, expect your mind to be buzzing with new ideas. It's a really great time to connect with, siblings, neighbors, dive into a new book, or even just take a spontaneous road trip.
Always on the go. That's our Gemini. Okay, Cancer, what about you? Getting a bit more introspective, I think.
You got it. Cancer, this full moon is all up in your second house, the house of finances and values. So this might mean some unexpected expenses, or you might suddenly feel the urge to declutter, get rid of stuff. It's also a really good time to just check in with your budget, see how things are going, think about what's really important to you.
Like a financial spring cleaning. I like it. Okay, Leo, time to shine. What's this full moon got in store for the stars of the show?
Well, Leo, this full moon is happening in your first house, the house of self-identity. So yeah, it's all about you. Expect to feel extra confident, expressive, ready to take center stage. This is your chance to really embrace your individuality, let your light shine.
Just try not to make any rash decisions, right? That Leo fire can get a bit out of control sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. Channel that energy into something positive, like a new creative project, or even just, boldly declaring your goals to the world. Okay, now, Virgo, let's see what's happening in your world.
Virgo. Always paying attention to the details. What's shaking up their cosmic landscape?
Well, this full moon is all about your 12th house, the house of spirituality, solitude, hidden stuff. So it's time for deep introspection, really connecting with your intuition. And you might even find yourself confronting some, subconscious fears, limiting beliefs, that kind of thing.
Sounds like it's time to break out that meditation cushion and do some journaling. Okay, Libra, what about you? What's coming up for the sign of balance and harmony?
Libra, you're feeling this full moon in your 11th house, the house of friendships, groups, hopes, dreams. So expect some unexpected changes in your social life. You might connect with new people who share your values, or maybe find yourself drawn to a cause that you're passionate about.
Expanding those social horizons. Sounds very Libra. Okay, Scorpio, what's the deal for you? Things are always intense with Scorpio, right?
Yeah, you could say that. Scorpio, this full moon is happening in your 10th house, the house of career, your public image, ambitions. So yeah, expect some pretty big shifts or surprises in your professional life. It could be a promotion, a job offer, maybe even just some public recognition for your achievements.
Ooh, career moves and power plays. All right, Sagittarius, what about our adventurous archer? What kind of cosmic adventures are in store?
Sagittarius, get ready to, expand your horizons. This full moon is hitting your 9th house. That's a house of travel, higher learning, exploring new ideas. So you might suddenly feel this urge to, book a flight, sign up for a course, or maybe dive into a new spiritual practice.
Sounds like a Sagittarius dream come true. Okay, Capricorn, what's on the agenda for the ambitious goat?
Capricorn, this full moon is landing in your 8th house, That's the house of shared resources, intimacy, transformation. This could bring some pretty intense emotional experiences or even financial surprises like, a bonus or an inheritance, maybe even a chance to invest in something you really believe in.
Intriguing. Okay, Aquarius. We're back to one of the signs feeling the direct impact. What can they expect?
All right, Aquarius, this full moon is lighting up your seventh house, and that's the house of, partnerships, relationships. So expect some major developments in your love life. Could be anything from a deepening commitment to, well, a sudden separation. It all depends on, where your relationship's at right now. Open communication is going to be super important during this time.
Ah, yes. Relationship shakeups and heart-to-hearts.
Mm.
Got it. And finally, Pisces. What's swimming your way?
Pisces, you're feeling this full moon in your sixth house. That's your house of like daily routines, health, work. So expect some unexpected changes to your schedule or maybe even a renewed focus on taking care of yourself. Could be a really good time to develop some healthier habits, declutter your workspace, maybe even consider a whole career change.
Wow, so much to think about. It seems like every sign has got something big happening with this Leo full moon.
Yeah, it really does. But don't forget, these are just general tendencies.
Right. And we got to think about our rising signs, too, for a more personalized picture.
Definitely. Your rising sign adds a whole other layer to how this full moon might affect you. But even if you don't know a lot about astrology, you can still, tap into this energy.
Yeah, that's true. Full moons are powerful times. And this one, with it being in Leo, it's all about embracing change, expressing yourself authentically, and, finding the courage to let your light shine.
Love that. But with all this talk of drama and surprises, it's important to remember we have choices. We get to choose how we respond to this energy.
So true. We could use this full moon as a chance for growth, creativity, positive change. It's about making conscious decisions and aligning our actions with what we really want.
Yeah, I like that. It's not about being like a victim of fate or anything. It's about co-creating our reality.
I love that perspective. So why don't we all take a moment and just reflect with all this talk of, shifts, breakthroughs, spotlight moments. What part of your life needs a little burst of Leo energy?
What are you feeling inspired to create, to change, to express? Take a minute to think about that, and we'll be back to explore a few more cool details about this full moon.
Okay, so I hope you had some time to think about, where that Leo energy might be calling you. We've talked about a lot, but there are a couple more things from astrological that I thought were really interesting.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready for more. There's always something else to discover with these, cosmic happenings.
So remember how we were talking about the full moon being in that Alsarfa Menzil?
Uh-huh.
Well, astrological says there's another layer to it. This Menzel is connected to the Arabic letter Sad, which, get this, it symbolizes a curved sword.
Interesting. Symbolically, I mean. A curved sword, right. It could represent cutting through illusions, facing challenges head on, maybe even a bit of, karmic stuff coming up.
Yeah, so maybe this full moon isn't all fun and games, It could be pushing us to confront those uncomfortable truths or, situations we've been avoiding.
Could be. But remember, even challenges are opportunities, right? To grow, to transform. Think of that sword as a tool to clear away what's not serving you anymore so something new can come in.
I like that, like a cosmic decluttering.
Exactly. Oh, and another thing Astrocronos mentions is that Mercury, the communication planet, is going to be pretty close to Uranus, the planet of surprises, during this full moon.
Oh, wow. So that sounds like a recipe for some unexpected conversations. What could that look like for us?
Well, imagine getting some news you weren't expecting, or a conversation suddenly taking a weird turn. You might find yourself saying things you never thought you would, or maybe a sudden realization pops into your head and leads to a whole new idea.
Okay, so maybe we should think twice before sending that angry email or, making a big decision based on a quick chat.
Definitely. It's a good time to really pay attention to how we're communicating and to be open to, changing our perspective.
Yeah, this full moon is full of surprises. One last thing from astrological really caught my eye.
Yeah.
They mentioned that this full moon is happening just a few days before Valentine's Day.
Oh, that is interesting. Yeah, I mean, Leo is often associated with romance, right? But with all this unpredictable energy, who knows what could happen in our love lives?
Yeah, so maybe instead of the usual romantic Valentine's Day, we'll see, I don't know, big gestures, sudden breakups, maybe even reconnecting with someone from the past.
It's a time to really think about what you need and want in your relationships and to be open and honest with, the people you care about.
Great advice. So we've covered the astrological influences, right?
Yeah.
The challenges, the opportunities, even some personalized predictions for each sign.
Right.
But at the end of the day, how this full moon affects you, it's really up to you.
That's the key. You have the power to choose how you respond to all this cosmic energy.
It's not about letting the stars control our lives. It's more like using their wisdom to help guide us.
I like that. Astrology is like a tool, for self-awareness. It helps you see the energy around you so you can make choices that feel good.
Absolutely. So as this Leo full moon lights up the sky, take a moment to think about what's going on inside you. What needs to be let go? What do you want to express? And how can you use this energy to create the life you really want?
Yes. Embrace the unexpected. Tap into your creativity. And remember, the universe is always there to support you. It's helping you grow, helping you evolve. Trust the process and let your inner lion roar.
I love it. That's a great note to end on. Thanks for joining us on this cosmic adventure. And until next time, keep looking up and keep shining.